remember so well what you were thinking, what you were feeling, so you're always sensing the weather, the breeze. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of noises. But at night, it's almost like there's a buzz. It's like a hornet's nest. It's like there's an excitement, there's a focus from the audience, it feels like. When I first came to the Open, we used to have the planes going over. You couldn't hear the ball. And not hearing the ball, it messes with your sensibilities. It's a significant part of tennis is hearing your opponent's feet. And you know if they're moving, if they're not moving. You know if they're recovering, if they're paying the price. You know if they're cutting corners. There's no way the New York fan has changed. There's no way their standard for wanting a great show has changed. Because there's nothing louder than 23,000 silent New Yorkers. Because all of a sudden they pay attention on a dime, and you're like, okay, this is a moment here. I've kind of always said that New York not only watched me grow up, they helped me grow up in a lot of ways. Night match quarterfinals against Pete. Played 4 breakers, never broke each other's serve.
Been no breaks of serve in this classic match.
We brought out the best in each other that night, and the crowd just stopped the match and just started applauding. They just stood and started applauding.
They are standing, they are clapping, and they deserve every drop of applause.
Almost like thanking us for what they were already satisfied with, even though it wasn't over, and kind of gave you chills. You don't always have the luxury of that person being the quintessential opposite, right? Like the way he played, the way he went about his business, his work. We kind of always looked at each other like, you fascinate me. As I grew up, and I did in front of the world, and I did in front of New York, I knew they wanted the best for me, but they also expected it, from me, and they gave me the belief, the freedom to dream when I'm awake. It was no better fitting end to my career than to say goodbye right here. What I'm most proud about is the entire journey. I mean, going from 1 in the world to 140 in the world, feeling so disconnected with the sport, back to number 1, a second time. It's like it gave me a new life to take tennis in during a time when I could really appreciate it. Life is a big tennis match.